We kind of went around it for quite a while. We heard great things about you guys and the church, and then there was one Sunday, the timing was off with our church, and we said, hey, let's just try it. We did, and I remember getting back in the vehicle and everyone looked at each other like, wow, that was different. We love that. Let's do it again.
We just really felt the connection. The kids felt the connection. JC jumps into Rev. We got a worship night on Friday night, was that week, that quarter. It was awesome. We go back Sunday. The next week you jump into an L group. I get invited to work out with you guys and hit it off and met some cool people and just felt like the entire church body was so welcoming and loving that we just felt an in. We just felt like it was right.
Yep. I felt his presence of sweetly pruning my life to focus on giving and having a generous heart, and most importantly, having a servant obedient heart. And I feel like when you do step into that aspect, you just have this communion with Jesus, and it's the most important thing there is.
My dad always taught me, and my mom as well, and Jesse and I teach our kids this, or try to, but nothing worthwhile in life comes without sacrifice and pain. And that's always stuck with me. And when you're able to do that in a love relationship with God and honor Him, it's on a whole nother level. I remember in college, we didn't have a lot of money. We had a baby girl, JC, our senior year of college, so really didn't have a consistent income stream that we could tithe off of. But I got a job right after that in February of 2005, and ironically, God called us into a season where He challenged us. We never admittedly have been in a position that some people are, that you don't know where your next meal is coming from. And so I can never speak from that experience. Having said that, you're starting a family, you're trying to buy a house, you have kids, and it's a stressor. And then in our flesh, it's our resource. We worked hard, we earned it. Secondarily, there's a trust issue in our culture. What goes on with the resources once they enter the church? And so I think you have to really, get with God on that and come to a point where, number one, you don't control it like anything in life. And you got to say, God, I'm entrusting You that I'm not tithing to Love Church, I'm tithing to Your church, Warrior Bride, and I'm going to trust You that the people and the leadership that You put in position at that church are going to use those resources to the best of their abilities. That when you go all in, you see the delight like you've never seen in giving a resource and changing people's lives, because you're investing in stuff that stores up treasures in heaven. It's truly making an eternal difference. It's not buying a new car. It's not buying a new plasma TV or whatever that will satisfy your short-term desire in your flesh, but you're truly investing in eternity. And then I take it a step further as I was praying through this the last couple of days, and the thing that really stuck out in my heart with this delight word is that it's not even the delight we feel, it's that what does God tell us in the Bible? That He delights in us as His children. And we were down at Abide a year ago with our family. We run around picking up trash, and we run into a little girl that clearly lacked resources, and her and Sam made a connection, and Sam came up and begged us for $5, and he gave it to this girl. And Sam has the most generous heart of any person in our family by far. And the delight I felt in that moment was beyond anything else as a parent that I think you can feel from a proudness of your kids' decisions in life.
See his heart.
And then to take that and amplify and magnitude that to a level that we can't understand in this world, but that's God's delight as He's looking down on us saying, my son or daughter is making a decision to invest back with my resources, like you said, to change the kingdom and to grow the kingdom instead of spending it on something that's a selfish desire. And to me, like, that's the word that's just been like rolling around in my head. Like, who doesn't want to get involved in that? Like, put me in the game, coach. Like, I'm sitting here, just give me a shot.
How this church connects with the youth right now is absolutely amazing. To see my daughter come home high on the Spirit and want to tell us everything about it is awesome. And to think that there's so many kids out there right now are not getting the word, and one invite, hey, come to church, come try Rev with me, could change a life and save souls, and that's what it's all about.
These kids need it, and they're hungry, and they're thirsty for the word, and teaching them how to be self-feeders and tying into the athletic programs and band programs, all these things at Elkhorn South and Elkhorn High. Tremendous opportunity. I also look at it though as this isn't just about the kids. We have broken marriages out here. We have tons of people that have all the financial resources in the world, but maybe don't have a Christ, and they're not fulfilled in their heart from a day-to-day basis, and they don't really have a faith, and they're lost. And we've been there before. And so the ability to not only touch those students, but to come and to plant a church that loves God supremely and loves others supernaturally and is going to get out in the streets and love people up and invite them to church, like Jesse's saying, invite them to L groups and these things, that's priceless. And it's not just about this generation or even the next. And think about all the things that could happen out of this one act of faith and obedience of going all in and creating this church.
So, why not go all in on that, all in on our youth, all in on trying to reach Elkhorn, Nebraska, where it needs it just as much as any big city around.